Hey, today let's talk about the Northern Water Tribe and sexism, and if it even makes sense. Hey y'all, welcome to the Geek Talk. Today we're going to talk about a short little subject matter that I started thinking about a little bit, mostly after reading Shadow of Kyoshi, which those who have been on my channel already know that I keep talking about it, and that in almost every video I try to explain to you guys you need to read the Kyoshi novels. So this idea came about because of this new character we're introduced to called Antoine. By the way, this is no spoilers, this is more just like kind of open discussion, open talk, but there is a new character in there who is a master waterbender, a master healer from the Northern Water Tribe, and I remembered, oh yeah, that's right, they still have sexism in Northern Water Tribe because this is predating Qel'a and all the things that she did to revolutionize the concept of female waterbenders. And so I try to make it make sense for me in my head, and I thought, okay, well, they are basing this on hunter-gatherer societies like Inuit and Eskimo culture, which made sense because, you know, with that you have males who go out and hunt and they're the main, you know, breadwinners for that kind of a thing, and then the women stayed home and take care of the children and take care of the village itself. And that's sort of the reason why in our own natural world we have this difference of physiology and biology between males and females. We've spent centuries upon centuries and millennia upon millennia building up these different kinds of physiques to fit into these sort of jobs. And so that's the reason why we have now in modern society, generally speaking, males having more physical strength and more athleticism than most females. So then I thought, okay, that makes sense. Like, you know, for the water tribes, that's like their main thing is they're still hunter-gatherer societies. They're not really, you know, settled in an urban setting or settled into one place like the Fire Nation or the Earth Kingdom, where that sort of thing wouldn't matter much anymore, because if you have modern society, if you have farming and agriculture, that sort of notion between the two sexes don't come up as often as we see in today's age, how we're starting to do away with a lot of that. But then I thought, no, wait, that totally still does not make sense, because this world has bending, and bending is the great equalizer. We can see little girls like Toph taking on the boulder. Like, typically speaking, if you're having a regular fight between a little child and a grown-ass man, we know how that fight ends. But the great equalizer, of course, is bending, and I never understood how that made sense in this world. Even when I saw it in the beginnings of book 1 in The Last Airbender, I was like, why? This feels like a contrived plot line. Why would this society build out this difference in sexes when they both can bend water the same? Like, there's literally no difference between the physical might of a male in terms of his ability to magically, you know, turn a wave. That doesn't make any sense. And what really doesn't make sense to me is that there would have been avatars who were born into the Northern Water Tribe, and some of those avatars would have been female. So what in the world? It's almost impossible for all the lifetimes that there are in the avatar life cycle for there not to have been a female Northern Water Tribe avatar. And how does that work? Do they say, oh, well, you know what, she gets special treatment because she's the avatar? Do none of the other women think, hey, you know, she's totally bending, you know, water. We can bend water too, like combatively speaking, we can actually help to defend our, and that's also kind of stupid too, because the North basically cuts its army in half by not allowing women to learn how to use water bending combatively. It's just really strange to me. It's one of the plot lines that I think never really worked out for me in terms of The Last Airbender, particularly in book 1 Avatar. It felt like a contrived plot to bring up this, you know, kind of sexism sort of thing. It made sense in the Warriors of Kyoshi because that's, you know, dealing with non-benders and, you know, Sokka dealing with that. But when we're talking about bending, where everyone can bend, we see a little child in Toph taking on these grown-ass men and beating them soundly. It does not make sense to me. I have absolutely no explanation of why this culture would have persisted, why it continued, unless it really was just like, you know, a carryover from when they were back in their hunter-gatherer days. But I still don't see how that makes sense when there's magic involved. Magic is an equalizer, just in the same way that weapons and guns and all that are a great equalizer. I'm really at a loss for words. At first I was gonna make this video about why they were sexist, and then when I started going through the points and the talking points, I was like, wait, no, it doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Does it make sense that the water tribe, particularly the Northern Water tribe, is sexist, or does it not make sense to you like it doesn't make sense to me? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, peace, love, and remember, be water, my friends.